The white flag is raised, and they're off. In the Paddy Power Irish Gold Cup of 26, featuring last year's 1, 2, 3. 17 fences to jump over the 3 miles, and it's Galopin Des Champs and Affordale Fury, followed by Monty Star. Tracked by the prolific winning mare Spindleberry, just fighting for her head early on. And then Fact to File as they approach the first of 4 ditches, over which the leader is Affordale Fury. Coming together there, Spindleberry, Monty Star, Fact to File on towards number 3. And it's Affordale Fury, the brilliant Savills winner, leading the way at the 3rd. From Galopin Des Champs, Monty Star, Spindleberry. Wide of them is Gaelic Warrior with Champ Kylie, and Fact to File. Racing to fence number 4, last one in the back straight on this, their first circuit. Affordale Fury, Galopin Des Champs, being followed by Gaelic Warrior jumping up on the outside of Spindleberry, and then Monty Star. Fact to File, Lecky Watson being followed by Champ Kylie. With the start cap, I know the way you're thinking. As they go towards fence number 5 in the second ditch. It's Affordale Fury by a length and a half to Galopin Des Champs, prominently ridden. Over in third, Monty Star, and then Fact to File. Gaelic Warrior and Spindleberry, 2 lengths to Champ Kylie, I know the way you're thinking. Being followed across to the fence before the straight by Lecky Watson, then Grange Clear West, Far Fox, and I Am Maximus, and the quartered cap is the back marker. Over fence number 6, before the straight, Lecky Watson hit that quite hard. Lost a couple of positions as a result. It is Affordale Fury leading in the first time. Galopin Des Champs seeking an unprecedented 4th straight win in the race. Then Monty Star, followed by Fact to File. Gaelic Warrior is next, and then Spindleberry as they make tracks to fence number 7 below the stands, the last one next time. The Paddy Power Irish Gold Cup. Affordale Fury and Donna Mile are up over. From Galopin Des Champs and Paul Townend, and Monty Star and Darragh O'Keefe. On this side is Gaelic Warrior and Patrick Mullins, followed by Fact to File and Mark Walsh. Then Spindleberry, who has now moved over to the far side for Danny Mullins, followed then by Champ Kylie and JJ Slevin, followed by I Know the Way You're Thinking and Keith Donoghue, then Grange Clear West and Brian Hayes. I Am Maximus, Jack Kennedy on the inside of Far Fox and Sean Bone, with the back marker now Lecky Watson and Sean O'Keefe. They embark on their final circuit with another 10 fences left to jump, and it's Affordale Fury in the lead from Galopin Des Champs. Followed then, after a little break, Monty Star, Gaelic Warrior, Fact to File. Spindleberry made a slight mistake on the inside, and then Champ Kylie. As they go past the halfway stage, the next fence will be number 9. And it's Affordale Fury from Galopin Des Champs who's moved to the outer. Followed by Gaelic Warrior, Monty Star. Fact to File, Spindleberry's next. And then Champ Kylie. Bit of a run before they reach the next fence, which will be 8 from the finish. And it's Affordale Fury making the turn. Tracked by Galopin Des Champs. Gaelic Warrior moves to dispute 3rd with Monty Star. At the back of those is Fact to File, opening up a 5-length advantage over Spindleberry and Champ Kylie. Then Grange Clear West, I Know the Way You're Thinking, is starting to struggle. And then I Maximus, Far Fox and Lecky Watson, a little more spaced out. First of the fences in the back straight. And it's Affordale Fury. Now within a half length is Galopin Des Champs. Regaining 3rd, Monty Star, and then Gaelic Warrior and Fact to File as they return to their point of departure. The Paddy Power Irish Gold Cup. Affordale Fury continues to lead the field. From Galopin Des Champs, Monty Star, Gaelic Warrior and Fact to File all close in behind. Over that fence, 7 from the finish. Entering the final mile, and it's Affordale Fury taken out wide from Galopin Des Champs. Gaelic Warrior, Monty Star and Fact to File next as they head for the second last ditch. This is 6 fences from the finish, at which the leader is just Affordale Fury from Galopin Des Champs. Monty Star, Fact to File there on the inside of Gaelic Warrior, being followed then by Champ Kylie as they jump 5 fences from the finish. Affordale Fury got in a little close from Galopin Des Champs. 1 more fence left to jump down the back. This will be 4 from home. Then Fact to File on the inside of Monty Star. Spindleberry's being pulled up. Gaelic Warrior is next, followed then by Champ Kiley. Galopin Des Champs just took it up. Fact to File, his stable companion, improves on the inside of Monty Star. These three are abreast. Gaelic Warrior a few lengths off them in fourth. Affordale Fury has been shuffled right back, and then Champ Kiley. And on the inside is I Maximus. 3 fences left to jump. Monty Star, Fact to File, Galopin Des Champs. They're covered by just over 2 lengths. 4 in front of Gaelic Warrior. Followed then by I Maximus, Champ Kiley, Firefox, and I Know the Way You're Thinking. Heading for the second last. And it's Monty Star running a blinder here. Fact to File on the inner. On the outside is Galopin Des Champs. Jumping closer in fourth, Gaelic Warrior. Champ Kiley's gone fifth, followed by I Maximus, Firefox. Leaving behind I Know the Way You're Thinking. Homeward bound. Fact to File on the inside, and Mark Walsh have just taken Monty Star on the home turn. Galopin Des Champs is under pressure, followed by Gaelic Warrior, who's digging in. Ahead then of Maximus and Firefox and Champ Kiley, but it's Fact to File, the one to catch. Coming to the final fence in the Paddy Power Irish Gold Cup and over is Fact to File from Gaelic Warrior. Galopin Des Champs can't go with them, and then Firefox on the run in. It is Fact to File out in front from stable companion Gaelic Warrior, followed then by Galopin Des Champs and Firefox, but it's Fact to File bouncing right back to form in the 26th Paddy Power Irish Gold Cup. Gaelic Warrior second, Galopin Des Champs, Firefox followed in third and fourth, and then came I Maximus, followed in by Monty Star and Champ Kiley, and the only other finisher is Grange Clear West.
Well, he's had some brilliant moments in his career, Willie Mullins, and Willie, you've had another one to list, a 1-2 in the Paddy Power Irish Gold Cup, led home by Fact to File, majestic performance. Any surprise at all they finished in the order they did?
A little. I mean, Fact to File, he put in some performance, you know, and you know, Mark was adamant that he wanted to be up there with them and let him at his fences, and he performed fantastic for him. And then you know, Galopin Des Champs just got a little bit tired. I just thought the exertions at Christmas might tell on him, and they did. But that'll put him right now, I think, for Cheltenham. He'll be, you know, I think he'll come back a lot stronger after that race. So I do.
Concentrating on Fact to File, how frustrated were you with what happened with him coming away from Kempton?
Wasn't it a blessing, maybe, that he just didn't? We were just discussing it today. You know, I wonder how firm the ground was in Kempton, because the times were, you know, off the charts there. So the ground was obviously very fast there, much faster than described. But at least he didn't leave today's race behind him in Kempton by the fact that he, you know, didn't take part, really.
Bit like Madge Bay yesterday, Mark sounded very confident we would see the real horse today. Was there a serious bit of confidence in the camp that he'd leave that behind at the very least?
Oh yeah, I mean, we just put a line through that and hope for the best.
And as far as he's concerned, I know it's not easy to keep an eye on so many horses in the race. What were your thoughts watching it?
Well, I thought Galopin was doing plenty up there, and as I've said already, that I think the Christmas race just probably took a little bit out of him for today, but hopefully he'll be all right for Cheltenham. Gaelic Warrior was just doing too much throughout the race, so he was. Whether that means he goes back for the Ryanair, but he definitely stays 3 1/4, so I have no problem if we want to go for the Gold Cup with him. You know, I was very happy with the way he finished his race as well.
I know you've always thought that the winner was a potential Gold Cup horse, but he's only entered in the Ryanair. Will you be trying to persuade the owner to stick him in?
We had him in the Gold Cup, and they took him out. So, but he
did supplement one last year. It didn't go too badly.
He did, and that went right. Yeah. So,
would you love to have a crack with him?
Well, always. I've always
the
thought
Gold Cup is the Holy Grail, I guess.
Yeah,
isn't it?
yeah. You know, and yeah, I don't know. That's a conversation to be had later on. We'll see. You know, I'm sure JP and Frank have their own thoughts about Gold Cup or not, but we didn't discuss any of that.
Yeah. Is there one last hurrah in Galopin, though? Do you think he certainly didn't throw in the towel, did he?
He didn't, and I said, you know, as I said all along, I just was afraid that the Christmas race would have an impact. Like, he ran maybe 2 races, if not 3 at Christmas, and that has to tell on a horse, you know. But I think today's race now coming the way it did and what he did in today's race showed me that he's still got plenty left in the tank.
And just before we let you go, a word on your two other winners today. Both of them seriously impressive. Dr. Steenberg, he's been a revelation, hasn't he, and Narciso has.
He has, yeah, especially over that trip. And Narciso has just looks to be a real good horse all the time. And yeah, looking forward to him in the triumph.
Willie, well done. Thanks for your time as ever. Cheers.
Thanks, Gary.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Thanks. Let's bring in our big race hero, Mark Walsh. Mark, fact to file, bit like match for yesterday. I heard you using the same phrase. We saw the real horse today. How satisfying was that for you?
It's brilliant, yeah. As I said to you earlier, just put a line through Kempton. He didn't jump, he didn't travel. And just, as I said, the way this lad jumps, he jumped his way to the front of 4 out. He was there a mile too soon, but sure, it's nothing I could do about it. I just had to sit and suffer and fill him up. So brilliant, delighted with him today.
Kempton was a messy sort of race for you too, wasn't it, from the word go? Were you always happy with the position you had today, apart from maybe getting there sooner than ideal?
Yeah, I was always happy. I planned to follow the lads, and we went a good enough gallop down over the first 5 or 6, and they steadied up. I jumped and travelled everywhere, as I say. He jumped so well down the back straight the second time, got him to the front 4 out, but we'll take it. People
in the past have actually expressed stamina doubts about this horse. Is he a true out and out stayer over this sort of trip? Did that ever enter your mind?
No, he seemed to a good gallop there today, and a track like Leopardstown winning over that against his rivals today, he's no problem staying.
When did you think you had it put to bed?
Thought jumping the second last. I could hear Dara was kicking beside me, and I kind of heard Paul shouting at his fella, and I just gave him a little squeeze, and there was plenty left, so I was happy at the second last.
Obviously you rode the Cheltenham Gold Cup winner last year. I know the way you think, and sadly he fell today. He looks a shadow of his former self. Do you think this horse is kind of stepping up to the plate maybe as a replacement?
Yeah, sure, we'll see. Look, he's a good horse in his own right. He's only in the Ryanair, I think, isn't he, this year? So
at the moment.
At the moment, yeah. So look, we'll take today and we'll see for another day.
Yeah, and for you, bearing in mind recent events, are you enjoying these days more and more? Are you determined to enjoy them?
I sure loved them, yeah, loved them. I've never stopped enjoying them. Yeah.
It is 1, 2, 3 for Willie Mullins, and it is fact to file. Is rebounded from that defeat in the King George at Kempton. He's shown his true colours today to win in tremendous style at odds of 9-2, continuing a superb Dublin Racing Festival for jockey Mark Walsh, who may not be the #1 in these colours for that much longer, Don, but he's riding like a man possessed just now. And in fairness, he had the partner here. We saw the real fact to file today. He was messed around in the King George and was never able to really get into the shake-up. Today it was so smooth.
It was, yeah. Look, he's travelled really well, Gary, through his race. For Mark Walsh, as you say, was having a fantastic weekend, and I suppose the question mark was how well he was going to stay, having travelled so well through his race, and he stayed on really well. Gaelic Warrior threatened on the run to the final fence, looked a danger, but in the end Fact to File is coming away on the run to the line. He's seen out the trip really well. As you said, the King George run the last day on St Stephen's Day just put a line through that. Nothing went right for him through the race, and he had a little bit of a scare in the early part of this race as well, I think at the second fence, but always in his rhythm after that. Mark Walsh just bided his time, delivered him around the home turn, and Monty ran a massive race as well. He got the better of him and stayed on really strongly. Yeah, what big win, fully deserving for Fact to File, who was so good in winning the Ryanair Chase last year over a shorter trip, but over 3 miles today he's been imperious again.
Great run from Gaelic Warrior, very keen as he can so often be through the race down, which probably counted against him in the final, I reckon. I think the winner would have been very tough to beat anyway. Hopefully, I know the way you're thinking, okay, after his fall at the last there, hopefully just winded Keith Donoghue getting to his feet. Afraid just looking a shadow of the horse that won the Cheltenham Gold Cup, but our winner here, always a class act, brilliant winner of the Ryanair Chase last year. And there is, I know the way you're thinking, being led back, which is good to see it on. I don't know what the future will hold for him. Be very hard to see him even trying to defend his crown at Cheltenham on the back of another way below par effort. But credit to our winner, and honourable mention as well to Galopin Des Champs. He didn't throw in the towel, did he, after being up there for much of the journey?
He's run a massive race again, Gary. Like, he's such an admirable horse. He was up there from Flagfall just in the slipstream of Affordale Fury, and yeah, he's just coming under a ride. He looked like when he went to the front over at the end of the backstreet, looked like it might be his day again, but in the end just outdone on the run to the last.
Fact to File then, one of the real star horses of Irish National Hunt Racing. Mark Walsh just saying in the background towards you there that we saw the real horse today. He certainly stood up, and he's going to take some serious beating going forward. He's won the Paddy Power Irish Gold Cup.
Watch live racing now on racingtv.com.